Do something beautiful for myself here. Cheers. Cheers to anybody out there that's gonna. I had a serious video that I did want to make. Today we're going to be reading a book. I would like to expand my knowledge on this channel. It will be a book review. It's called Existentialism for Dummies. I read this book a little bit a few weeks ago. It had a lot of different gems that with this journey I'm taking myself, looking at it and being, okay, that's not too bad. Okay, that makes sense. So I just wanted to, sprout out on some things for you guys. So basic existentialism, if you wanted to explain it, it's like you basically there's no meaning in anything that you encounter. Your mom you give these things meaning. You give people meanings, right? If you think, let's start something simple, like smoking weed. A lot of people have the spiritual sense over smoking weed, right? Now, in other people, right, say in the sense of existentialism, or people that study that, concept, it's just a drug way, right? But it really depends on what you pick at, you knick-knack pick at, right? So I've been on like a slight journey in looking at this and being like, okay, what can I give things meaning? How many things in my life have I give meaning to without really looking into it, So existentialism kind of just provides you with, crazy enough when you read it, more sense of purpose than not purpose at all. Once you realize it, and we're gonna dive a little bit into that. Okay, page 65, chapter 4: Anxiety, Dread, and Angst in an Empty World. When the existential mood or anxiety strikes, it's never aimed at anything particular in the world. You can't point to anything as it is cause. Why are you anxious? Someone may ask, oh, it's nothing. You may reply, oddly enough, you'd be right. Anxiety is a mood that senses the nothingness or lack of foundation. At the core of the world and of yourself, one thing is for sure. Sensing nothingness is not a comforting experience. And this is true. I think it comes with age, Start realizing like people just aren't on the same lane or like length that you are, People may not take certain things as serious as you do. It may actually be vice versa. You may actually be in like family dynamics and things are just this way. But when you get deeper into it and you start like kind of zooming out, it's like, wow, no one really has a rule book to shit. People are just doing it for motherfuckers, right? So if that's the case, which we'll read on, what is this nothing? A kind of nothingness doesn't exactly or actually pervade your existence, and only one mood can reveal it to you. In fact, life is a shot through with nothingness from all sides. As Sartre put it, nothingness is collected in the heart of being strange, isn't it? I did really like in this page about how they talk about anxiety. I feel like a lot of people don't even like to accept that anxiety is a real thing. You could be walking the street and your voice will be like, maybe just give it a few seconds. And a motherfucker will still walk the street and not be like, and then something happen, not to them, but like cars start acting funny. Okay, you went too fast on a car honking at you because you went too fast. People are like, oh damn, maybe I should have paid attention. But to what? You don't take yourself seriously. A lot of people really don't. And they think it's just anxiety, bro. And people don't believe it's a real thing. And it generally sucks. So when you start paying attention to it, you'll start really realizing how more comprehensible you are, and how like genuinely being in dangerous situations or just being in situations, period. I mean, if you in your 20s, nigga, by this point, your body has the pattern of bullshit. It's something calling upon you to look out on things, to pay attention to things for a reason. Whatever you want to call it, that's what it is. But we're going to keep going. Anxiety, the existentialist's favorite mood. Anxiety, by and large, the most important mood for existentialism. Like all mood, anxiety plays an important role in disclosing insights about your existentials to you. Everyday moods tell you how to find yourself tossed into a immerse within a specific worldly situation you're always inevitably in. On the other hand, existentialist moods such as anxiety disclose insights about you as an existing thing. Anxiety reveals insights about how you're related to the world in a far more basic and fundamental way. The fact that your basic essential situation is revealed through anxiety is revealing from the start. It implies that when you begin to become aware of your nature as an existing being, oh my God, trust me, I've never recorded while reading, but anyways, become unsettled and uneasy. Although this is true, exceptions start emphasizing that although anxiety is unsettling, anxiety shouldn't be confused with fear. Anxiety shows you the following things about the meaning of your existence in a general big picture way. Now let me break this down. Anxiety affects you by making the everyday world of your routines insignificant and meaningless. The ways in which the world is given or have been given meaning and significance have no firm or necessary foundation. No possibility before you seems to address you. Anxiety also shows you that you're an individual and therefore you aren't defined by the way in the world has been given meaning and significance by those around you. In fact, the way in which you're understood, your identity in terms of the world, are essential to what you are. Big pointer, but we'll continue. So just as much as the world has no necessary structure or meaning, neither do you. Anxiety discloses your intention to you and repulsion from the insight that you are radically free to give your existence significance in which way of your choosing. Alright, just like we said probably a few seconds ago, anxiety is pushing a better agenda for you. You understand? A bigger agenda. You're never gonna know where it's coming from, right? You're kind of just going. You're kind of just, or when you start getting born, right? You're just running this trail, and then you then may get a pace. Then you're in school, and then people act a certain way, like, well, this motherfucker must be a bully. A chick acts like this, well, this motherfucker must be a bitch. Like, this chick bitch. Like, you get the patterns, but within due time, right? We don't really pay attention to when we're younger, right? Some people do. I early caught it on, like, when I was 14 at best, when I started catching on to like little shit like that. Even your parents that wish they would have paid attention more to these cues that literally themselves gave them, you know, but they did whatever. And even adults, as we've also, even in my 20s, gotten into a lot of dumbass trouble or dumbass scenarios and situations because I didn't use my what they call anxiety or common sense. Those jitters, mental jitters. Motherfuckers have mental jitters too. They all play a big part into your mind putting the absurdity to the side. You feel me? But let's continue. Hopefully that clocks. Now this is the last part I may just to close it out for you guys, because I had a particular video ready, but you know, mood and time isn't on the same, you know, lane. You feel me? So I think it would just, this is the best thing I thought would be good to upload. So let's close. Let me close it out for you guys. Having anxiety means you're an individual, like it or not. One of the first things that anxiety reveals to you as an individual sounds nice, right? Everyone wants to or claim to want to be an individual. Unfortunately, when anxiety reveals that insight, it's a little jarring because it means a bit more than you probably think it does. The world as a whole, instead of just specific things within it, can commonly become flavored or colored this way in a mood of anxiety. As Heisenberg put it, in anxiety, the world of everyday tends to fade away and leave an uncanny, unfamiliar world behind it in its place. The things that compose the everyday world of your normal life just seem to be pointless and alien to you. Alienation. It is genuinely a real thing. Let's give a simple example. Say you're in a grocery store with your people, and you see I'm black, I'm African American, whatever, right? You see this kid losing his fucking mind, but the mom is just not paying attention, right? In your sense, it doesn't make sense for why this is happening. So you alienate it. It starts becoming kind of like a common thing, right? So you just, okay, it's a grocery store, the baby crying, but why is nobody doing it? Okay, whatever, right? In real life terms, you may not see that in friends either. It may take you sometimes. Those are your boys. You know, you've been with them for years, but you start realizing that when you're with people for a long time, there's like a ripple effect, you know? It's like wanting to cut yourself out of people's timelines. You understand what I'm saying? You start walking and being like, damn, I don't think I want to be in this cutscene. Damn, I think I want to remove myself from this major event, right? So hilarious. I just saw a video about somebody like being very careful around their kid because certain things, it's real. It's like you can fuck up somebody's timeline. So when you're more focused on it now, since you now got past the anxiety part, this is once you realize anxiety is your friend. It's not an enemy. It's something generally trying to give you the knowledge, and it's not coming from anywhere. It's coming from yourself. You gotta pay attention, right? And it's maybe obvious things, who knows? But that alienation is trying to really tell you something, and it happens to me fairly often. You know, not wanting to be in a cutscene, wanting to be on my own story, but now you've realized you are absolutely like puttied into this life. You know, you've been puttied. If that's the way you puttied, like shit. So shit just kind of just sticks to you, and you kind of now have to like, I don't know, rip and give away pieces of yourself. Like, okay, I know this is important. I should take this serious. This isn't as big of a deal as I think it may be. You move yourself, but now it hurts a little bit. Now you got to find things that's comfortable, and you know those things are still comfortable. They just may not be for you though. And I feel like a lot of people are getting that now. And even though myself, even earlier, you know, I thought it'd be good to give out the knowledge off a pure video and just giving not only myself the knowledge, but other people the knowledge also. One last thing I would say about alienation: you peep everything, every little small detail is like. It's hard to like not pay attention to it, you know. You cannot not pay attention, and it's weird. So it makes you do. It actually makes you want to do the opposite of what you're used to doing. I just thought I would make a nice video, you know, for you guys. A little advice because the world's still gonna keep running and spinning as it does. I want to say thank you guys for watching. This is 𝐓𝐤𝐤𝐓𝐷, and no, this wasn't scripted.
Said this bitch won't roll my weed up. She move fast like cheetah. Her first smell is reefer. Her best friend ain't Keisha. Told twin Uzis call my Nina. You better watch your knees. I need roll my Doja fever. Run out the car with no leaves. I met that boy so he can't even speak. I know my dick ain't cheap.